Thank you for tuning in to the Marriage Is podcast, and we are the Chosens.
And in our podcast, we will cover everything from dating, marriage, money, God, sex. Oops, did I say that? You best believe we're going to be candid and open and have this conversation, and we encourage you all to participate. So if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to give us a follow and message us at The Chosens on Instagram. That's at
THECHOZ3NS. Again, that's The Chosens on Instagram at THECHOZ3NS.
And we encourage you to subscribe, give us a 5-star rating, like, and share our podcast. Help us to reach more people and touch more lives.
Enjoy.
Hey everybody, you are now rocking with The Chosens. I am your host, Mrs. Chosen, and my awesome, handsome co-host,
King Chosen, you know what it is
here as well. And today we have an amazing topic that I feel like so many people, want to know about. And it's not just regarding marriage. Of course, we're going to talk about that perspective because we are married. And this is marriage is.
I'm keeping that in there.
I hate you. Love them. But, these principles apply to any relationship, really. So, let's go ahead and get started.
Alright, so the topic is addressing conflict. Oh, we already said that. Yeah. So, when it comes to addressing conflict, there's many ways to handle it, of course. And this isn't just addressing conflict like within a relationship. Well, it is in all types of relationships. I meant a married relationship. Whatever.
I just said that. Now keep that in there too.
Whatever. It's more about, these principles or whatever you want to call these points, advice, whatever you want to call it, can be applied to any type of relationship, right? Father, son, mother, daughter, best friend, brother, all that. There's always a better way to handle and address conflicts. So, I guess we should start.
Before we get into the key points, people are probably wondering, like, what's the first big argument you guys had? Like, I got that question before. Like, what was your first big argument? And so I'm gonna let King Chosen tell you guys.
I'm not saying
what our first big argument was and how that conflict.
Oh, that was horrible. We handled that like crap. All right, so we had to give y'all a good example. So we just moved in together into our first apartment, whatever. And it was a long day. I came from work. I was tired. It was 5 a.m. Tired. Whatever. I don't even think of how I was working an early shift that day. But whatever. I was tired, right? So, I came in after a long day, moving on, blah, blah. We decided, we need to get some food. It was dinner time.
You're trying to give y'all a whole backstory so it sounds better, but it won't.
Because it is better.
No.
So basically, long story short, we got into it because I thought she was calling me stupid because I said, hey, let's order this pizza. Or I think I told her to order the pizza because I've been ordering pizza so much. I was like, yo, y'all order some pizza. Like, y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? She was like, go ahead, order the pizza then. And I was like, Dag, I messed up the story.
You did mess up the story. That is not what happened, people. Like, he just made the story sound like roses and lilies.
Then you tell it, since you love talking about it.
The only part I remember is that I was like, your idea is stupid. He suggested pizza, and I said, that's a dumb idea. Or it's a stupid idea or whatever.
As much as you eat pizza now, that drink doesn't even make sense.
I know. I
think something's missing.
Yeah, like...
Yeah. Either way, she called my idea stupid, and because I was so tired, I took it as she called me stupid. So I was about to black one. I was like, you know what? Let me leave the house. So I left the house. That's a big no-no. But I left the house, and by the time I got to my car, I literally wasn't going to go anywhere. It was like, I had work the next day. I was tired. I was like, I'm going to sit in here, because now I done already stormed out the house. Now I got to prove a point. So I sat in the car. I think I was over it. Like, the first 2 minutes sitting in the car. I think I was like on Instagram or something, scrolling. just sitting here like, all right, let me just stay here a little bit more just to make my point real quick, you know what I'm saying? And then walk back in the house, nice and slow, take the long route.
All because I called his idea stupid.
But see, I encoded it or decoded it as you called me stupid.
You decoded that incorrectly.
Oh, really?
But who knows? Like, it was a long day. Maybe I was PMSing, which is so real, by the way. So, gentlemen, cut your ladies some slack when Mother Nature strikes, because that is real. And I used to be the type of female that'd be like, oh no, you can control it, blah, blah, blah. Well, with age comes body changes and hormonal changes, and that is real. So, anyway, now we can get into our key points about resolving conflict.
You should just be honest. Say you was annoying. Yeah, you was annoying. That's what it was.
I be annoying. I be mean. I be Mitchell.
I don't think you was on the time. You was on the, yeah, I'm saying.
I don't know. I might have been hangry. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember. And that's how you know you have a dumb argument, when you don't remember what, like, the fullness of the argument was about.
Yeah, not at all. I don't know.
I think for the longest, I didn't even understand why you were mad. Like, I was like, what is you blew up about?
And that's the perfect time to go into, you know, how I address anger, because it can be, address conflict, because it can be from two different sides, right? Like, you saw it one way, but I saw it from a totally different way. You saw it as, yo, I just said that was a stupid idea to get pizza. I saw it as, yo, she calling me stupid. Like, has she done anything to get food? No. So, and in my head, if we don't have a solution, then guess what? We're going with my idea. Period. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Cool.
That's that. Let's
get
splat.
on with it. Splat all over. Key points.
Whatever. So, first key point is timing and environment. So when it comes to addressing conflict, you want to make sure your timing is correct. You don't want to address it after a long day. Maybe you do. Maybe that's when y'all are both, you know, at your unguarded time. You know, at your both are the most relaxed. You know, but pretty much you want to work out a time factor that is good for both you and your spouse, or you and that person. So timing is key. And another thing that goes hand in hand with timing is environment. Your environment makes all the difference. Because let's say you and your spouse get into it in public, or better yet, at your in-laws' house. Maybe I got into it on a ride over there at your in-laws' house, and you kind of want to address that. Well, sitting in your in-laws' house probably isn't the best time to be like, hey, let's talk about how you called me stupid in the car. One, it invites other people's ideas into your relationship. That's first and foremost. Two, it could escalate it to a way bigger problem than what it already was, right? It could take something so small and just magnify it times 10. So make sure the timing is correct and y'all can agree on an environment. Even if y'all can agree to like, hey, whenever we have or we need to address conflict, let's sit at the kitchen table and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let that be the safe zone, if you will.
Alright, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's a creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. And my favorite part is that it's everything you need in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
And any other thoughts on that?
No. I mean, I would just say an easy way to agree on timing is just say, hey, is this a good time? If you're unsure about it. And that's pretty much to the point. Hey, is this a good time?
All right.
The next point is coming from love. So it's not usually what you say, it's more so how you say it. So you always want to make sure, like, to be mindful of how you approach that person and have their perspective in mind. So Proverbs 15:1 says, a gentle answer deflects anger, but harsh words make tempers flare. And then you want to be open-minded. So I kind of mentioned that, like, being considerate of the other person's perspective. Like we talked about in our situation, I said one thing, but he heard another. So I had to be open to understanding that he heard something different. So definitely be open-minded.
Yeah. And then we have willingness to listen. Because you can hear somebody, but to listen is a whole other story, right? Like, if I'm listening, I'm proactively listening. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to hear what went wrong and to use that to find a solution. Or to not let that happen again, right? Like, oh, okay, that's where it went wrong, or that's what we miscommunicated on. So a willingness to listen is definitely key. And then you got comprehension. So I remember I saw this post the other week that said communication isn't key, but comprehension is. Well, if you ask me, comprehension and communication, I think comprehension falls under communication. I think they're like in the same category, to be honest with you. I don't think they're two separate things. I think they're like communication is the umbrella, comprehension is under communication. Falls under that.
Well, define comprehend, just in
To
case
understand.
some of us need a refresher.
To understand.
Okay.
Comprehend, to understand. And to understand means to ask questions when you don't understand. So please, if you do not understand a statement the other person has said, or do not agree with what they say, with love and a soft tongue, meaning not, hey, you ugly monkey, nah. Excuse me, can you repeat that? Or can you rephrase that? Because it kind of sounds like you meant this, and I just want to make sure, you know.
Or if you like me, you just look at them with slight disgust in your eyes and be like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's not the way to do that. Because when she does that I look at her like, are you dumb? You see what I'm saying? So that right there, perfect. We still working on addressing conflict. So,
but I think we do pretty well.
Yeah, if we don't remember our conflicts, yeah, I think we do very well. Very well. But yeah, so do that and stuff.
Don't attack the person, attack the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, don't attack the person, attack the problem, and mind your tone, which is probably what he was just relating to when he was like, because then I look like her and be like, are you dumb? Probably because my tone when I say I don't understand. That at all. That's how you sound in my head.
Oh, okay.
When I'm annoyed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't wait to imitate what you sound like.
Cool. Go for it.
I look forward to it.
So don't attack the person, attack the problem. Mind your tone. And
after, make sure y'all are on the same page.
Yeah.
Definitely make sure y'all walk away both with clarity and give each other space if the other person needs it. You know, I think that before a conflict is crucial, during and after. During it kind of like you can mess up some things, but that after, you know, that after the conflict has been addressed, you definitely want to like give each other some space if you need it. You know, do something that's a de-stressor if, you know, you got riled up. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if me and her get into a conflict and I'm just like, all right, I'm going to go play the game because, one, I'm in my own space, and two, the game is how I de-stress. You know?
Yeah, so it's one of those things, like, you need to know your audience, right? Like, you hear that a lot. If you're speaking in front of people, if you're selling to people, you hear that. Know your audience. So it's no different than when you're resolving conflict with somebody. Know your audience, know who you're talking to, because then you know if they need space before or after, you know, just to kind of digress and take in all the information. I'm typically a person who needs my space, like, after we get into a conflict. I'm like, give me 5 feet so I could, like, really understand my feelings, understand if I'm being rational or emotional about something. A lot of times, what?
Huh? Continue.
A lot of times, not a lot of times, but if it's emotional, usually it's irrational and it doesn't make sense, and like, I'm probably being dumb. You know, your emotions will do that to you. So don't make emotional decisions. Make logical decisions.
Amen.
I know you want to talk.
What?
Mister go sit in the car over me.
That was
calling you
one
ideas
time.
to order pizza.
That was one time.
Stupid.
And it was in the past. I don't know why you're bringing it up anymore. Let it go. Let it go.
Because that was an emotional decision. Anyway.
Can I pet that dog? Alright.
So we hope this was helpful to you guys. We hope we gave you some very clear, good points about addressing conflict. And now, you know, maybe there's somebody, a family member, a friend, or somebody special that you having a bit of an issue with, or they made you feel some kind of way, and now you know how to talk about it. Now you know how to constructively get that off of your chest.
Exactly. And for those that need it, again, these are the keys: timing and environment, speaking with love, being open-minded, willing to listen, a willingness to comprehend, don't attack the person, attack the problem, and finally, mind your tone. So with those, we hope y'all can attack any conflict that comes up, not separately, but together. And that's in any of y'all relationships.
Thank you all for rocking with the Chosens today. Again, I am Mrs. Chosen. You can follow me on Instagram at Mrs. MRSCHOZ3N. And my co-host, King Chosen.
You can follow me at THECHOZ3NS. Yeah, I just gave you The Chosens. Follow that account, you know?
Good job, babe.
And
we out. Peace out, guys.
Peace.